Hi there, universe. Hello, my name is Brittany and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am going to eat this cannoli that I just got at a scholarship luncheon. On my walk to my car, it melted because that's how intense the Texas sun is. But it was a scholarship that I got for the 24 to 25 academic school year for the chemical engineering department here at my university. And me, oh my, am I contemplating my whole life decisions. So please join me as I walk through an internal existential crisis, but like, I'm not gonna crash out this time. I'm just gonna productively talk through my emotions and figure out what the fuck I want to do with my life, because it's serious. This is serious and I need to figure it out. So cheers. This cannoli looks good. Honestly, guys, I've also been telling myself that I want to stop eating sugar or want to cut down on it, but like, this was free. I mean, come on. Okay, that side was a little bit better. I might munch on that here and there, but let's talk business, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Pretty much, I went to university. My first 2 years were at a community college where I was in an honors program. I had a full ride scholarship there because I was an honors student, and it was hard, but because it was community college, I was able to get through it full time and also work. And at the time, I didn't realize how much harder classes at a 4-year university were going to be. Like, honestly, let's be real, guys. If you're in a 4-year institution, it's a very well-known thing where people will take classes at a community college so they can actually pass the class, because taking it at their university is like 10 times harder. And it's also cheaper, so I mean, like, it's a win-win for the most part. But there does come a point in time where you can no longer take classes there. You have to transfer. That's what happened to me. Okay, cool, boom. We're done with that chapter of our lives. Opening up the new chapter of our lives, me transferring into this 4-year institution, I thought it was going to be a lot easier than what I've experienced it to be. I knew it was going to be difficult. Mind you, yes, I am going to school for chemical engineering, which supposedly is like really freaking hard, which I agree with. After going through this experience, I definitely agree with it. And I was aware that it was really hard going into the major, but I was like, you know what? I'm smart. Nothing I can't handle. I know I can do it. So I'm going to do it. And one thing about me is I have been an academic weapon my entire life. I was super smart growing up, even like as a little kid, even in high school. I graduated top 6% of my graduating class. It was like 1,000 students. Class ranking wise, I think I was like 58 or 56 or some shit. So I was in the top 6%. I have been a smart cookie all my life. I always just kind of was able to get by doing my procrastination tactics and like bare minimum studying and cramming. Anyways, it wasn't the best. And I realized once I got into my 4-year institution that like can't be getting by doing things like that. And I actually have to sit down and study and profusely learn and understand material, especially with engineering, because it all builds on top of each other. All the math that you take, all the calculus that you take, all of the physics you take, all of the chemistry you take, all of that compounds on top of each other the further you get into your degree. Duh, of course. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. But it's not like you can take a class and then forget it for the rest of your career. No, like some of these concepts in calculus, learning integration and like inorganic chemistry and in physics, literally just basic physics, are coming back to haunt me and bite me in the literal ass. And I have found it so extremely difficult getting through my classes here at my university. It has been such a pain. And now that I have become spiritually awakened once more, and I'm no longer in this negative thought bubble of my entire existence, I want to look at my education through the lens of my higher purpose here in life. I think chemical engineering as a profession is really cool and interesting, but the classes that you have to take to learn the foundations of what it means to be a chemical engineer, absolutely horrendous, not fun at all. Thermodynamics, cool in theory. In practice, babe, like, something up here is not clicking in my brain. It literally feels like alphabet soup and nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. So I've come to the conclusion, okay, maybe this isn't for me. Mind you, it took me 3 years to get to this point of me struggling, of me failing semesters, of me withdrawing from semesters because I was doing so bad, and then retaking classes, and like, I got grants, I let go of that money, let go of those funds because I had to leave classes, and it's just been like a continuous uphill battle for 3 years. And now I actually am in debt because I'm having to like take classes and pay for them myself. And I finally got to the point where I had made enough progress in my engineering department, which was with two classes. The first two you take as an engineering student here at my university. One is like preliminary for all the engineer students to take, and then I failed that one once and I had to retake it a second time. And then the other class after that one is for specifically chemical engineering students, which I failed once and I had to retake a second time. So it's been a continuous pattern of me just really struggling, and then me barely passing these classes, so that's not fun. I currently am also on academic probation after going full-time last semester because I finally got a scholarship. So circling back to my point, once I passed those two classes, I was finally eligible to apply for a scholarship at the university for students who were in the chemical engineering department, because those two classes, I'm not even gonna lie guys, those are the biggest weed out classes ever. Like, that's a real thing, by the way. Any of you who are considering studying chemical engineering, that is a real thing. These weed out classes have absolutely no mercy on you. Well, they had a lot of mercy on me the second time I took it, but so I digress. I finally passed them, and oh gosh, I'm just thinking about all the time I've wasted, but I don't want to say it's like time that I've wasted because it's brought me to where I am right now, which is finally someone who is somewhat decisive about what they want to do. Anyways, I ended up getting a scholarship after I passed those two classes from the engineering department at my university. It has funded my entire year. Thank God. Thank God. I was able to get through my first semester of full-time classes as a chemical engineering student while also working. Because of my scholarship, they did require me to enroll full-time as a student, which I wasn't able to do before because I couldn't really afford it, but now I could. So bada bing, bada boom, bam. Here I am now. First semester, I'm not even gonna lie guys, I don't know how I did that. I almost died. I literally was suicidal. And I say that like no joke. Like, I literally was suicidal. I literally wanted to jump off a bridge every single day. Yeah. Mind you, at that point in time in my life, I wasn't connected with my spirituality and my spiritual essence and with God. So I was just going through it overall. I didn't have any type of grounding force or positive force to bring me out of my depression and of my negative thoughts. That made me extremely unhappy going through that program, feeling like just such a big failure, such a big disappointment, feeling so stupid because I wasn't able to get things. And I would literally be on campus for like 12 hours. I don't live on campus. I'd be leaving the library like at 12. Mind you, I had got into campus for my class at 10 a.m. So like, it was just crazy. I was doing crazy stuff. I was pulling all-nighters at the library during finals week. I literally didn't sleep. Like, when I tell you guys, and I have vlogs of this, like I might insert clip here so you guys know I'm not lying. So I really just pulled my first all-nighter at the library. I did not even know you could do that, but like they open the library 24 hours during finals week. It was the weirdest feeling going into the library to cram for my chemical processes final and leaving the library in broad daylight again. It was so crazy. Like, girl, all I'm saying is it was not a cute, fun way to live life. And I'm starting to realize that like I don't want to put myself through absolute hell just so I could achieve this preconceived notion of whatever success means to me, right? Because to me, in my brain, a straight pathway to success is going to school and getting a degree in chemical engineering, because realistically they do get paid really, really well once you graduate. But as I got more involved in the program, as I started going to career fairs, as I started like talking to more students around me, I realized they just have something I don't have. And I don't mean that in like a derogatory way for myself, but I just mean in terms of somebody who is willing to put themselves through the pain and torture of the program versus somebody who is not. And I realized I'm somebody who is not. Like, I don't want to suffer anymore. I even told myself, I don't care if chemical engineering is the hardest major. I'm going to do it because it pays the most, or it pays really well. And I wasn't willing to put myself through like med school or become a doctor or anything like that. I was like, cool, engineering, cool, 4 years. Okay, cool, I can do that. I can do that. I'm gonna make bank afterwards. Girl, it was not that simple. And I literally told myself, I don't care if I have to go through hell and back. I am going to do this degree because this is going to be the easiest way for me to take care of my family after I graduate. But what about taking care of yourself? What about taking care of yourself? Like, somehow I forgot that was an important thing to do, or to even consider, to even think of. And I completely lost myself in the process of fighting for this damn degree. And I'm at the point now where I realize I'm not willing to put myself through all of the pain that these classes make me feel. I genuinely just don't want to do it. I know I could do it, maybe, if I really tried fucking hard and if I literally studied every waking hour of my entire days. But I don't want to live that way. Like, I did it last semester. I barely scraped by. I genuinely felt like I couldn't even enjoy my life. I couldn't even like go visit my family. It would take up too much time, and I was always supposed to be doing more when it came to studying and learning more and doing more and all these crazy things. Living that lifestyle is so not aligned with who I want to be as a human being. And I know there's other ways to success. So this brings me to my current point. I just went to the scholarship luncheon where we thanked the donors for their generosity, for being able to get us through this year without having to pay for anything, right? And yes, I'm beyond grateful, but I also, yes, do feel really guilty because I mean, I withdrew from classes this semester. I pretty much just put that money down the drain in a sense, but in another sense, I did finally learn with this scholarship and with this semester that this is not something I want to do. So not all the way down the drain, but you know, still a tough reality to face. Yeah, I just did a lot of reflection, and part of me was considering like, girl, if you don't just like suck it up and continue taking your classes and continue taking your money and continue being miserable for the next few years, I am gonna be so upset with you. Like, I was being mean to myself. I was like doubting myself, doubting my decisions that have led me to this point in time in my life where I have seriously taken steps towards switching my major to environmental science, which is my original passion point. But I was just scared that getting a degree in that field wouldn't grant me as much money or allow me to be a successful human or let me take care of my family, which is such a small, limited way of thinking. And I don't want to feed into that reality anymore. I know that's what I need to do in order to move forward. I am making the right decision by switching majors. It's not like I haven't thought about it. I literally have thought about that for the past year, pretty much every single day. Even before that too. This is the second time I'm going through with switching majors, but this time I'm actually going through with it. I even emailed the deans of the engineering department. It's pretty much set in stone. So I know I can always go back, but I don't want to just for the title of it. Like, that's not in alignment with who I really truly wish to be at the end of the day. So here's to following your passions and figuring it out along the way. I think I just need to learn to lean into my faith, truly trust and embrace God's presence and God's path that he has paved out for me, his presence in my life. I need to just surrender and trust, because this truly does feel like the right thing for me to do. But a part of me just becomes so hesitant. I feel like I'm throwing away my whole opportunity of success in the garbage, but that's absolutely not true. And I don't know what limiting belief within me made me think that I needed to be a damn engineer to be successful. Like, that's not the only pathway to success. And in a lot of ways, I'm already very successful. I have a really good job at the moment. They pay really good money for me not even having a bachelor's degree. I'm so grateful to be working for the company that I work for right now. They have great benefits. It is amazing, but I still have that desire deep within me to continue to scale up and continue to build my own. And I don't want to settle for the job that I have right now, even though it's really good. I know there's so much more out there for me that I could be doing and that I am going to do. And I have just this deep drive towards my future, towards my callings, towards my passions, even towards this, right? This is why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. It's because I've had a calling to do it for such a long time, like years and years, and I just never acted on it. I'm sick and tired of not acting on my callings. That's the moral of the story. That's the conclusion I needed to come to. That's the reason why I sat down here and made this video. That's what I needed to uncover. That I am honestly so sick and tired of not following my callings. And when I don't follow my callings, my passions, my dreams, my desires, my life begins to develop an unwanted reality, an undesirable reality where I am sad, I am miserable. Like, how much more will it take for me to realize that I need to trust God, and I need to trust my instincts, and I need to trust my dreams and my desires? If I don't do it, who's gonna do it for me? You know, if I don't do it, I'm just gonna be leaning into a reality that I'm not happy with. And I'm going to be wishing that I took the steps that I'm taking right now. That's a huge epiphany. And really, truly, it's never too late to start. Even if I've wasted, I don't want to say wasted all the way, because they did bring me to this point in time in my life where I currently feel like this. And I feel like I finally know this is what I need to do to move forward. But I've spent 3 years here, very stuck at this university. And it took me this long to realize it's because I didn't want to do what I was studying, and maybe it wasn't the right path for me, which is totally fine. It's totally fine. Is it a little embarrassing? Is it a little frustrating? Yeah, but like, it's okay, because we're here now and we're looking good. We're glowing. Like, come on. Oh my gosh, guys, literally this beat was so good. Like, please, what am I gonna be doing working at a chemical plant? Like, I crack myself up every now and then. That was funny. But yeah, I know that I am destined for so much more, and this is not the end of the road for me. There's so much more life ahead, and it's gonna be okay. This is just my reminder, my daily reminder, my grounding reminder that it's going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is gonna be fine. And we're just gonna lean into that, and we're gonna take another bite of this cannoli, and we're gonna go home and hug our mother, and everything is going to be okay. Guys, I don't know if I like that all the way. It's not fully enjoyable to me. I'm letting go of my sweet tooth. Anyways, yeah, moral of the story, follow your internal compass. Your dreams are your dreams for a reason. Nobody's gonna follow them for you, so it is your right and your purpose to follow them. Because if you don't, then you're always going to be thinking about the could've, should've beens. And you're never gonna allow yourself to embrace the life that you truly deserve and are put on this earth to experience. So that's that. I hope wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, that you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night. Go give your mom a hug if you still can, or whoever your favorite person in the world is. If you can't physically see them, give them a call. Let them know you love them. Let them know you love them. Let them know everything's gonna be okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye.